And woo! What is up, guys? This is Cobb, account level 35 on the free-to-play account, man. Who'd have thunk it? Oh god, the curse of Tag Arena has been unlocked. Oh god, no, I don't want to look at it yet. We do, however, now unlock our next tier of progression. Oh, it's a rare skill tome. I thought it was going to be like a nice batch of gems or something, but never mind. Anyways, in this video, we're going to be talking about how, in fact, dude, God, there's a 2x event going on right now for all the shard types in the game, man. And so you might be tempted on your own free-to-play account to do this, man, and just go ahead and crack open a shard or 10, or all of them, which is what a lot of new players do inside of Raid. But I'm here to tell you, man, that the biggest mistake you can make as a new player inside of Raid Shadow Legends is using any resource, really, to be honest, because you probably don't know what the hell you're doing. So today is actually day 5 of the free-to-play account and our new free-to-play adventure, man. And so before we get into the crux of the mistakes you want to be avoiding in this video, if you're looking to join me in my free-to-play playthrough of Raid Shadow Legends, man, this is going to be my 2026 free-to-play account, and so I'm getting in a little bit early with the insane beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the description box, man. So if you want to play along, the time is now, man. Start your new account, click on that link on laptop or PC, and use that link to create your new Raid account, man, for a triple legendary start. That beginner link gives you Tholin Foulbeat as well as 4 free epic champions as you level up your account, man. Just the craziest start you can possibly get off to in terms of a promo link. Use promo code Desert Queen on day 1 of your new account to get to Hanorach, the Void Legendary, and get it all done while Xenomorph is the Logan Reward Legendary Champion, who, speaking of which, we are a mere something like day and a half away at this point from actually grabbing Xenomorph on the account, and that's going to be bloody beautiful as well. And all of this is to say, you've got no reason to be pulling shards on your Raid account for at least the first, I don't know, couple months. In all seriousness though, you can if you want, okay? When it comes to ancient shards, at least, I wouldn't go pulling void shards like a madman for at least a few months into your account, just to see what you get from the ancient shards. You might find that you can sit on the void shards for quite a long time, and you've got no real need to be pulling these. But the ancient shards in particular, okay, fine, in the first month or two, hypothetically, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I was to pull my ancient shards during this 2x event, because this is what you want to be waiting for, man. A 2x event, meaning that you've got double the chance of pulling epic and legendary champions from your ancient shards. Do not be pulling shards just as soon as you grab them. It's 99% of the time it's going to be a waste of resource. And to be honest, what I like to do is save up maybe 30 or 40 or 50 ancient shards, maybe even more than that, before I ever do my first pull on ancient shards, because I like to be able to pull enough ancients so that while there's a 2x active, there'll also be a, oh, I can't see it on the free-to-play account. Okay, because I'm still in the novice tournament, but there'll be a champion chase tournament active as well, where if you pull, say, I don't know, 50 ancient shards, you might pull enough ancient shards to get yourself, I don't know. Depends how lucky you are with the pulls. But you can get yourself like a legendary skill tome or like some other just juicy good reward from a champion chase tournament. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, did the beginner promo link at the below this video, the top of the description box, is so good. Okay. 4 epic champions. I'm getting a triple legendary start. I've only taken Tholin to level 60 so far on the account. I think Venomage is probably going to be the next level 60 on the account. I think I'm going to go ahead and stick by that for now. I've got enough champions to build to last this account like a month and a half. Easily, at least. And that's if I'm like no-lifing the free-to-play account, which I won't be doing because by the time you're watching this video, I'm in the process of moving house. So the point is, I'm in no rush to be pulling my shards on this free-to-play, okay? And patience pays in Raid Shadow Legends. And it's not just with shards. Okay, if you want to wait for your shards and pull them only during 2x events, and you want to pull them straight away, okay, cool. Like, you can go ahead and do that if you wish. Don't be pulling your shards outside of a 2x event. That's the rule for your shards, right? Every other resource also has a correct time to be spent. Before I get into this, which is like the golden rule of Raid Shadow Legends, which I like to touch on this every few months on the channel in some video or some form or other, just to remind any new players that are watching, any new players that haven't heard it from me just yet, there is a golden rule when it comes to resource inside of Raid, man. But honestly, in the earliest weeks of your account, like I am right now, my free-to-play account, I've only got 1 level 60 champion. My only concern is getting more champions up to level 60, getting at least my first 5 champions up to level 60. So I built my first champion team, my first team of level 60 champions that are going to be able to help me to get to, say, maybe stage 10 on Spider's Den would be quite nice. Stage 16 or maybe even stage 20 of Dragon would also be very, very nice to get to, right? This is just your core team, and this is the only thing that matters is building this team in the early days of your Raid account. All of your resources, forget about them, would be my advice. Now, I won't spend too long on this next section of the video, just a couple minutes, man, but every resource in Raid has a correct time to be spent. That is the golden rule, right? Shards during 2x events, we've already touched on that. What about your silver? Okay, your basic resource as well. Only ever be spending silver, like the main use for silver is upgrading artifacts on your account. Outside of the first week or two of your account, you should only ever be spending silver to upgrade artifacts during a gear enhancement event, which of course is on screen right now, and there's one that's going to be starting very, very soon. Okay, gear enhancement events just get you free rewards for upgrading your gear at just the right time. Never upgrade your gear and never be spending silver to upgrade your gear outside of a gear enhancement event. It doesn't make any sense at all from an efficiency standpoint. We've already touched on ranking up champions, if you can, during champion training events, and this is where you end up spending your experience brews, right? Just spending, okay, take like a 3-star champion, just spending 1 brew of a matching affinity into your food champions before you use them as chickens. That's the only time you ever want to be spending your brews, is during these champion training events and during these champion training tournaments. Why is the in-game UI just microscopically small? I'm trying to show you guys that I got max rewards in the champ training event, and I got myself a free epic skill tome and an engine shard and some other goodies and stuff like that, and it's bloody tiny. This has been a bug in the game for like 6 months. And the reason I'm bringing all this up now is because I don't want you to be leveling up your first like 5 or 6 level 60 champions on your account, and then, okay, I'm ready to start like blasting the events now, and you don't have any brews. And you've already pulled all of your shards, you don't have anything to play with. And you've already spent all of your gems on just random things in the gem shop, or just like buying champion masteries on repeat or something, when really, yeah, you can buy the mastery scrolls for 1 champion on your account. Okay, fine, that's actually kind of what I'm saving up to do right now on my account. Then after that, it's like energy refills should be like the only thing that you're really spending your gems on, after you've also upgraded your Guardian Ring and got all of your slots for your Guardian Ring, of course. So that's the golden rule of Raid. Start playing by event and understand that every single resource inside of Raid has a correct time to be spent. I've got enough epic skill tomes on my account now to pretty much go in and almost fully buck my Venomage. I'm waiting because the only time I should only be spending epic and legendary skill tomes is during CVC. That's clan versus clan events, right? So I'm just waiting. CVC is going to start on Tuesday, and there's a CVC every 2 weeks, and so that's the only time I'm ever looking to spend those bucks. So let's move on to what's roughly going to be a mistake number 3, and this is another big one. This is a huge mistake, right? Huge. I do a lot of account takeovers on this channel, right? Logging into the accounts of newer players and just checking out what they've got going on and fixing champion builds and stuff like that, okay? One mistake that I see that drives me mental, okay, because I bring it up all the time, and it's such a big blooper, is spreading your skill tomes between champions. Oh my god. It's not that consequential with rares, okay? Whatever, man. Like, you get rare skill tomes coming out your ears, they're not hard to get, it's whatever, you know? But for your epics, and especially your legendary champions, like, getting legendary skill tomes to upgrade a legendary champion skills in the early game of Raid is bloody difficult. Okay, it takes a long time. There are certain events that are going to pop up in the game, sometimes champion training events and champion training tournaments and stuff, where if you max them out, you can get a legendary skill tome. There's maybe like 2 or 3 events like that per month, though, okay? It takes a lot of resources and a lot of grinding to get those, and they don't come around often. So these books are tough to get. What you do not want to be doing is putting... Oh, I'm going to put 2 or 3 skill tomes into Tholin, man. Oh, okay, like, so, like, 1 tome went into the A1, 1 into the A2, and 1 into the A3. Okay, my next batch of skill books. You know what, man? I think to Hanorach, she deserves a couple of skill books because she's been helping me out, right? She's been helping me out into Chimera Clan Boss with a decreased speed on an A1. Cool, man. I'm going to put my next 2 skill books into Hanorach, and oh, they both went into the A1, so she gained 10% damage. You know, she didn't even gain any buff or debuff chance. She gained 10% damage. Then you get 2 more skill tomes, and ooh, now I've got Xenomorph on my account. You know what? Xenomorph's cool, man. I'm going to put my next skill tomes into Xenomorph. No, stop what you're doing. That's not what you want to be. Okay, when it comes to spending your legendary skill tomes, right? The reason you spend skill books inside of Raid Shadow Legends, okay, is to try and fully upgrade key skills on a champion, right? And you don't stop booking that champion until you are satisfied that their best skills are fully upgraded, okay? Tholin's A1, as to tackle enemies with the chance of placing weakened debuff for 2 turns. It's very, very powerful, okay? Very, very good stuff. Even fully booked, okay, you only get it up to like a 50% land rate on this weakened debuff, sort of like by default. Okay, I'm not reading the rest of the skill, okay? I'm just going by like the base chance of landing the weaken debuff, right? So even if the skill is fully booked, it's still only a 50% land rate on the weaken debuff. That's not great. This is the kind of skill that you could hypothetically leave unbooked on your Tholin, his A1 skill, right? So if you get lucky with where the skill tomes go when you're throwing books into Tholin and you don't quite get the A1 fully booked, okay, fine, there's a case to be made for skipping on Tholin's A1 for now and coming back to it later. But his A2, like, you can get cooldown reduction from his A2, right? This is why you book, you're trying to book your best skills. You're trying to secure cooldown reduction on the most powerful skills on your champions. Tholin's A2, it's a bloody hard-hitting single target smack nuke, right? Getting this down from a 410 to a 310 cooldown is the biggest, okay? It's such a huge deal, right? Same thing with his A3. It's very, very powerful. He self-buffs with increased attack, then attacks all enemies 2 times. Like, bro, it's by 410 cooldown by default. Booking it down to a 310 is a massive deal, okay? For your more debuffer and support type champions, Hanorach is a fantastic, fantastic champion, right? She brings an increased defense buff, 60% version, as well as a strong version of increased speed buff, but it's on a 510 cooldown. That's really bad, okay? That's way too long, okay? Considering the buffs only last for 2 turns, they're going to drop off in no time flat. Getting 2 books into this to get this down to 310 cooldown, oh, I mean, it's night and day difference, okay? It's night and day difference. And for the likes of a A2 skill, it's an attack when enemy that applies debuff spread on a decreased attack and a block buffs debuff. Again, it's on a 410 cooldown by default. You can book this and get it to a 100% land rate, so it just never fails, and get it down to a 310 cooldown as well. So this is what I'm talking about, man. You can't just book this skill halfway and just like, oh, well, you know, I got an extra 10% buffer debuff chance. Moving on. Like, no, man, you gotta get these champions fully booked, okay? Do not stop booking a champion till they're fully booked most of the time. And honestly, even for champions like Hanorach, where, okay, like, you can't get a decreased speed debuff on an A1 to a 100% land rate, I'd get it fully booked anyway. Why? She's that bloody good. You're going to be using it everywhere in the game, right? You might as well get her fully booked. Get the most powerful champions on your account fully booked and get them in the best gear on your account. Don't be spreading your resources. Don't be throwing gear and skill tomes and stuff on a Lightsworn if you don't actively need to use him just yet. Lightsworn is a champion that you get from the beginner promo link, and he's a solid champion for his 10-meter control and his triple hit A1, right? This is great into Fire Knight, but until you're looking to actually push into Fire Knight, you don't need to be putting resources into your Lightsworn. In fact, his A1, look at this. This is a perfect example of a skill that doesn't need books at all, okay? You could completely skip on putting any epic skill books at all into a Lightsworn because his A1, his main tool, like this is like the best tool that he brings into Fire Knight, you can just leave him without these resources and he does just as well. Like, you don't care about the damage on this champion, you care about the fact that he's got a triple hitter, so he's going to help you bust through the Fire Knight shield stacks, and he's going to then control the boss's 10 meter because Fire Knight is very, very vulnerable to decreased 10 meter effects. And so, a great example of a champion that you can completely ignore and instead focus your books into one good, powerful champion at a time that you plan on taking up to 60 imminently. Next up, man, another big old key mistake. I don't want to cover like a billion things in this video. I want to cover in like, I think it's like 3 or 4 core areas. So I guess this is area number 4 for you to focus up on, okay? Your Great Hall, right? You get Great Hall medals by farming Classic Arena, and hopefully you get into Silver Rank Arena as quickly as you can. I'm currently in Silver Rank on my free-to-play account, and it's 5 days old, so it's not that difficult to do, right? Be spending your arena medals ideally once in the morning, once in the evening, if you can. Not everybody has, you know, multiple times a day where they can sit down and play a raid for 30 minutes, but try and spend these whenever you can, okay? Farm up your arena medals to spend in your Great Hall, right? You're going to have in-game challenges, right? To spend 1 point in each of these 3 attack nodes right here, and you can see that's actually something that I'm working on right now. These challenges are our early game challenges. If I go into the arena challenges right here, yeah, there it is. Upgrade an attack bonus for all affinities except Void at the Great Hall. This is a terrible challenge. I don't like that this is even in the game because it encourages new players to spend their affinity bonuses into the worst nodes that you can spend your medals into first, right? Attack nodes are useful only to attack-based champions, and 90% of attack-based champions inside of Raid actually prefer the crit damage node over the attack node. Okay, so it sucks, right? It's like the worst node of the game. That said, forget the crit damage node, forget the attack node, forget everything but the accuracy nodes, okay? You must be taking your accuracy nodes up to max first, okay? what I'd actually recommend that you do is take these 3 accuracy nodes right here, okay? Ignore the void node at the bottom. You're probably not going to be pulling void shards and having a good collection of void champions on your account anyway for a long time. Forget the void node. Take these 3 accuracy nodes right here and tunnel your medals into these 3 accuracy nodes. What I would do and what I recommend doing is taking all 3 of these nodes up to rank 5 and then pick one of them and take one of them all the way up to rank 10. Just laser focus on these nodes. Why take all of them up to rank 5 and then one of them up to rank 10? Just trust me, okay? Believe there are missions and challenges inside of Raid that are going to require you to do this, to take 5 nodes up to 5 and then take one of them up to 10. And so just trust. Why accuracy? Well, honestly, dude, at a max node, it's 80 accuracy, dude. That's basically an accuracy banner. That's like a 6-star accuracy banner. It's a lot of accuracy that you get from this node. It's very bloody good. Moreover, unlike attack, which is useful to very few champions inside of the game, accuracy is useful and required for like 90% or more even champions inside of Raid Shadow Legends, okay? Accuracy is an essential stat to build on like 90% of champions inside of Raid, right? Take like Hanorach, for example, okay? Any effect that you land inside of Raid Shadow Legends on an enemy that is not damage requires accuracy to inflict, okay? So this might be like a decreased speed debuff onto Hanorach's A1. It requires accuracy. The decreased attack debuff also requires accuracy. Lightsworn and his 10-meter decrease, this also requires accuracy. You know what I'm saying? And how much accuracy do you need? Well, per dungeon stage that you are clearing, you need 10 accuracy. So for clearing stage 10 Dragon, you want about 100 accuracy in your champions. You can get away with about 90 to 100 accuracy will get you through stage 10. By the time you get to stage 20, you're looking at 200 accuracy. 250 for stage 25, so on and so forth, right? And so while accuracy isn't the most sexy stat in the game, it's not going to feel good to build like a bunch of crit damage. It's going to feel good to build on like a Nuka champion or a crap load of speed to build on a support champion. It's bloody necessary, okay? So just getting as much accuracy as you can from your Great Hall nodes, just trust, is going to help you out big time, okay? And so by all means, spend in the 3 attack nodes just 1 point to get you through the early game challenge that I showed just now. And then after that, you just beeline on accuracy, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you should be doing, is something that I've got to get to starting today. If you click on your market building right here, first of all, actually, by the way, always make sure that you check on your market building every single time it refreshes, okay? Ancient shards can appear in your market building. Yeah, you heard me, man. I'm not talking mystery shards. You should buy these every single time they pop up in the market building as well, but ancient shards can show up at a rate of 5 per month randomly inside of your market building as well. They cost you 200,000 silver to buy. Buy them every single time they show up. And honestly, I'd say, okay, if like an ancient shard was to show up like here where this helmet is right now, I'd go ahead and I'd pay the gems and I'd pay the silver and I'd pay the gems and I'd pay whatever I need to unlock all of the slots that I need to get to the ancient shard in my market building, okay? Like all of the rules for spending your gems on the Guardian Ring and Masteries and stuff kind of go out the window. If an ancient shard shows up in your market, you've got to buy them every single time they show up, so make sure that you're checking in on the market building. That's a bit of an aside, right? I'm going to focus on the bazaar right now, okay? So heading into the bazaar building, you can buy some ancient shards here as well. Forget about that for the time being. Buy these if you've got, you know, gold bars in abundance. You want to be spending your gold bars from Tag Arena on Drexthar fragments as soon as possible. Try and buy this every day. You can buy 1 fragment every day. 3 months from now, you'll be thanking me when you get yourself a free legendary champion with Drexthar Blood Twin, okay? And so actually the very next thing I'm going to do, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this, man. I've unlocked Tag Arena. I'm going to get a little demonstration now from the Arbiter. Let me just go ahead and skip over all this. Yes. Okay, so if oh my god, man, these teams are not even weak. What the hell is this? Okay, so here's another quick tip, man. If you're a brand new player, I've got to set a defense team first. So what I'm going to do is to set like a 1-man defense team in every squad, because honestly, I still don't really care that much. I'm setting up a powerful defense team. So what you want to do is in Tag Arena, you're just setting up 3 classic arena teams. What I'd recommend is if you can have a speed or a lead in one team, obviously we can't in this case, but what I'd recommend that you do is to set up 1 very powerful team. Or maybe like 2 very powerful teams, and then after that maybe something like this, and like try and build like 2 very strong teams, and then the other team can just literally just be an absolute piece of garbage. And then this way, you can just make sure that your worst team is always matching up against the enemy's strongest team, and actually give yourself a little bit of a fighting chance against enemies in Tag Arena. When you're really just getting started, this is the way to do it for me, right? So this is the guy's strongest team, way too strong for me to kill based on his power level. So I just throw my piece of crap champion into that, and then I hope to goodness that I can actually win my other 2 games against his other guys, which it looks like I'm going to get my cheeks clapped, because of course I am. I'm recording right now. If I wasn't recording right now, I would have won this thing, but here we go, you know. So we actually lose game number 2 as well, which bloody sucks. But then we come on to game number 3, and this one should be an easy win because Tholin Foulbeard is in this team. So, yeah, that's one thing you want to be doing with Tag Arena. Try and spend your 10 keys every day. Be getting those Drex Star fragments, man. And you know what, man? I think that's actually all we got. Oh my god, dude. Okay, yeah. Okay, now it makes sense. We lost 2. Of course, we lost some rating, dude. Oh god, we just suck. Tag Arena is such a pain, man. Nobody likes it. Oh god. Anyways, man, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you also enjoyed this one, man. Just a quick free-to-play update video more than anything, but touching on a few do's and don'ts for any beginners that are playing along with this series. And if you feel like I missed anything in this video, any big mistakes that new players should be looking out for, feel free to go ahead and plop those down below in the comments as well, man, and help all of the new players out. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching. If you're looking to create a new raid account, make sure to get that done right now by clicking on the beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the description box. And I'm going to catch all of you guys just a tad bit later, man.